Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on The Winter's Tale and we get to hear from Florizel again today in Act 4, Scene 4. So Florizel is the son of Polixenes, who is the king of Bohemia, and he is in love with Perdita, who is technically Leontes' daughter, but she was raised by a shepherd because Leontes had Antigonus take Perdita out and just leave her in the forest to fend for herself. And this shepherd and his son, the clown, found her and the bag of gold that was with her, and they decided that they would raise her. So it is now 16 years later. Florizel is in love with her. She's in love with him. And there's this sheep shearing festival coming up, and she's sort of in charge of it. So at the top of this Act 4, Scene 4, she's coming in with Florizel, and he's dressed down because of the festival, and she's dressed up as like the queen of the festival, and they're remarking how funny it is that like their roles are reversed at the moment, at least in terms of status. And he's like, yeah, and you look really good, and I love you, and all that sort of thing. And she's like, yeah, it's really easy to say that stuff when your dad's not around, but just imagine when your dad comes and finds out that you're in love with, you know, lowly little me. And Florizel says, thou dearest Perdita, with these forced thoughts I prithee, darken not the mirth of the feast. Or I'll be thine, my fair, or not my father's. For I cannot be mine own, nor anything to any, if I be not thine. To this I am most constant, though destiny say no. Be merry, gentle, strangle such thoughts as these with anything that you behold the while. Your guests are coming. Lift up your countenance as it were the day of celebration of that nuptial which we too have sworn shall come. So he says that he's going to stick to his guns, and if his father says that he can't marry her, tough, because he's going to marry her anyway, because that's the only thing that he knows to be true, is that he loves her. So he's like, let's not even think about what's going to happen when that when my dad finds out about all this, because it's festival time and your guests are coming and you're the queen, you're the hostess. So like, be happy, pretend like today is the day that we're getting married because we promised that we would get married. And she's like, okay, fine, whatever. So they hear that people are starting to come in, and they do the, okay, like put on game faces, all that sort of thing. And then the shepherd and the clown and a whole bunch of other people enter. And upon entering, the shepherd has tomorrow's monologue. So we will catch up with that then tomorrow. I'll see you then. Mwah.